Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty. You here with another edition of this week's vlog. Today is Friday, November the 24th, 2023. So we're starting a little early today, and today is the day after Thanksgiving here in the States, or it's what we call Black Friday. It's actually a day to set the retailers out of their red and into the black as far as bookkeeping concerns. For those who do not know a little bit about the history, it's after the great crash back in the 1800s after the Civil War and stuff. But anyway, we're here, and I'm glad I'm actually up and moving this morning at 10:18 in the morning, and moving and going. But that's what brings the conversation today, this week's vlog too, is the fact of sleep, or is it sleep or is it burnout? So if anybody has been following me on my vlogs, the past 5 years have been nothing short of a miracle. Although I've been really online doing vlogs for 3 of those 5. I've been really experiencing a lot of battles, a lot of inner battles, but when we come into this year and we're finally on the right track, we're finally getting settled into a right direction, into a true, honest direction of where we need to be after all these years. And I'm experiencing a lot of sleepiness and some fatigue. And is it part of the constant burnout, or is it part of indeed just boredom and not having a routine? Is it part of not having that routine? And there's two sides to every story. Now sometimes people think I partly thought that I experienced a lot of burnout through many years of doing many things, but since COVID hit about 3 years ago, I've really cut that load back greatly, and even more so once I moved into my apartment 3 years ago. But it seems like nothing ever seemed to slow down, and I really wasn't taking care of myself until August. And now that I have gotten on the right track by taking the medicine and doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm finally got a lot of sleep, but am I still recovering from a lot of that sleep? Or is it constant burnout? Is it constant, continual burnout that I don't see and understand that the sleep is indeed necessary? Or is it just the fact that I just don't have anything planned, and I don't do anything that keeps me engaged and keeps me busy in my work, or keeps me going? And I got to thinking, and so did my mother when we talked about this, because we had a doctor visit this week, is it the fact that I've just never had time to set up a routine for myself, as being autistic and living independently for 5 years, but finally being able to live on my own and actually have a sound mind and not actually be all over the place, and not think, hey, maybe I need to have a routine in my life. Maybe I need to have some sort of structure that I've so not had for so long. And maybe build up that willingness and that way of getting some sort of routine and regimen in there that I didn't have before. And part of that routine and regimen is, of course, taking your medicine. And I think with me, I am continuing to take the medicine as regularly as it is. But I think the point was, I was getting so far off of kilter at times, because I have this love-hate relationship with this one medicine, my medicine that I take at bed, because it does help me. It does help me go to sleep, because it helps unwind the thoughts down from being autistic, and I'm able to wind down and get some sleep. But I often related it to the fact that it was making me drowsy and drowned out so much that I didn't let it be so much during during the sleeping periods that sleep just overruled, and I thought that, but I wasn't willing to fight it, or I wasn't willing to actually make a try at something and actually try to make a change for myself to find that routine or find that pattern that I needed to find. Um, I was always, just I was using sleep as a way of fulfilling time, or making an excuse for why I couldn't do something, or why I couldn't focus on something different for a change. And maybe it's exploring something different. Maybe it's trying to see what there is out there, and not so consume myself so much in sleep, and in just a way of passing the time, and letting myself give it a try and try to stay awake. I'll give yesterday for an example. It was Thanksgiving here in the States, and I had a meal delivered. And yes, it was a little anxious waiting for the meal to be delivered, but it did come, and I did enjoy it. Um, but after that, I slept for 3 hours, which actually 3.5, and I thought that was a little excessive. And then I got up again for 2 hours or so, and I fell asleep for two more. So I think sometimes we can't correlate, sleep so much that it's unreal. But maybe it is from the burnout. Maybe it is from this, that, or the other thing. But I too have to do the work and try to stay up today. And today is a new day, and I did take my medicine last night, and I did fight the unwanting thoughts not to take it, but I know I have to take it. It's part of something I have to do. And I did take it, and I actually got up on my own after getting about 7 hours of sleep. So I think that says enough in itself that I did get enough sleep, and that, it's okay. And, I'll be okay. It's part of life. And I think what it is I have to find and carve out that routine for me, whatever that may be, whatever hobby. I need to find a hobby. I need to find something to do. I need to find, you know, I do. I need to find something. I think so much of my life can be so dull at times, and I can feel it today. But I need to find something of a hobby of sorts, so that I don't fall into the ways of the old, or fall into the ways of just sleeping out of boredom. I need to find a way to come out of that darkness and tribulation, and try to find a way that sort of helps me find the way of where I need to be in life, and find some sort of happiness, and again, not rely on family members for entertainment, or feel that they have to fulfill my every need. I feel like, I haven't done my part to ensure that things need to be back to where they are. And it's just what it is. And unfortunately, it's part of the life we of being autistic. Is it's not all just having focus on your special interests, or over focusing on your special interests, but it is that you have to find that time to dedicate yourself, and find that time to just work at keeping busy, and not have to rely on others for entertainment constantly. It's finding the way that you need to find. It's finding the way that works for you in your own very way, but realizing that it's not all about sleep, and maybe it is burnout, but maybe we got to at least try and see if it's not just the sleepiness from the medication. And I can guarantee you it wasn't. It's not been for 20 some years. But I think I've just used the sleepiness as an excuse to not to something to want to avoid others, or not want to actually do something because I don't find it interesting, or I just need to find some sort. I'm using it as a void, as something to fill that void. But it isn't just filling that void. It's filling that, I do need to find that way. But it's also at the night, realizing that, yeah, people do sleep at night, and I shouldn't be the only one who I shouldn't be have to worry or want to be this night owl when I don't, when I would never was or shouldn't be, and that I need sleep, I need rest in order to take care of myself because I don't want to sleep during the day. I've never been used to sleeping during the day, and I can't be this round the clock person. I can't be this round the clock person who just constantly stays awake and doesn't sleep or doesn't do this or doesn't do that. I need to be in a life that helps me find what I need and helps me um, get that purpose and well-being that I need. So, it's just something I'm trying to work on and trying to fix and trying to find, that routine or that niche that I need to find so that I can move on with my life and just find that sort of personal way of working with myself so that I understand where I'm coming from and that I, know that I need to work on things and I not continually, some people say continually keep engaged, but maybe that is something I need to do. I don't know. So we're going to learn that this week, and hopefully I'll keep a little update for you next week. But I think that's all I'm going to share today because it's a holiday weekend. So if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe the video. If you haven't already, also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest at Dustin's Dynasty. I'm on the web. That website is dustinsdynastyusa.com. And everything is on Linktree. That handle is Dustin's Dynasty. With that being said, I want to thank you for listening. Take care of yourselves. Have a good holiday weekend. And we'll talk at you soon. Bye for now.